As a plug and play DJ, it's very important that you have a few items to bring to the venue that you're playing at. You want to make sure you have a checklist of making sure you're not forgetting any things. And today I'm going to show you those 10 essential items that I highly recommend bringing to your gig when you're doing plug and play. First thing first, we're definitely going to need our mixer or our DJ controller. In this example, we're using a DDJ FLX10 made by Pioneer Record Box. It's a great controller. It does come with some cables there. Two of those being the power cable here, and then also the USB-C here, which is going to next plug into your computer. So we want to make sure we have our cables correct there, going from our computer over to our controller, so that we can have that proper connection, so we can have our music playing, of course. Want to make sure that we're also grabbing our headphones. Going to need those, especially if you're setting cue points or if you're doing any type of mixing. I highly recommend headphones. I like to use the Beats personally. They just sound great to me. Also wanted to talk about your RCAs, USBs, depending on the controller that you're using. In some cases, like let's say CDJs or even some vinyl controllers, you're going to be using like a USB rather than a USB-C. So they're a little bit different cables. So you want to make sure you're at least carrying one of each, so that you are always prepared. So again, this controller takes the USB-C and does not take this USB. So I want to make sure I'm bringing the right cables so I can plug in my DDJ FLX10 at the gig. Some of those cables you'll notice is the RCA. And these are RCA cables, have that red and have that white wire. And that usually goes into the back of your DJ controller here, where that master out will be. That goes there. And then that end of the cable will go into your mixer or speaker. 5, we want to make sure we're bringing a USB or some type of adapter. In this case, we're using our computer, so we don't necessarily need a USB. But for a backup, at least, you definitely want to use a USB. If not, having a second computer is not a bad idea either. You don't need 2 new computers if you have an older model computer that you want to use as a backup, and your newer computer as your on-the-road computer. That's how I run my setup, and yeah, that's how you can use yours as well too. But either way, I will either recommend 2 laptops or 1 laptop and a backup USB, just in case anything were to happen. You always have that music backed up on a separate file. Number 6, we want to have our power adapters and our strips. Those are just simply, what do I need to do and bring to have my power not be an issue. In some cases, there may be a power extension cable cord where you can plug in use 6 outlets at a time. Number 7, we're going to bring our audio interface. This is going to help improve the quality of your sound when you're at your plug and play gigs. Number 8, that's going to be our backups actually. So we're going to bring some of our backups such as headphones. I have 2 pair. I told you I have the Beats here. Also have the Beats here as well too. So I want to make sure I'm being consistent so nothing feels off or different when I'm on my gig. If something were to happen, I still feel comfortable going with my backup just because I practice with primary A so often. Number 9, I definitely recommend having a laptop stand. This is going to help you to be eye level with your computer. So when I'm mixing, I'm not looking down here, or I'm not looking way over here, but I have an eye level with me right here. Easy to type, and I can raise these. I can drop a link in the description where I got my stand, but this one is adjustable. This is currently at its max height. And as you can see, I have plenty of room to go ahead and type. I'm eye level with my computer, and I'm easier here to mix. My eyes never leave the crowd level or goes below the feet of the crowd. It's always here, 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 and here. So I highly recommend getting a laptop stand. Number 10, you definitely want to have your extensions, your cables. I talked about this in my last video there on the top 5 gear for DJs that's growing. Your extension cables is going to be super important, especially for your PA speakers. Those are going to require some type of extension depending on how far you're spreading them out from your DJ booth table. sometimes an extension may come in handy when you're at a club and they've already taken up the outlets. So you want to be able to use at least the one outlet that they left open for you for your extension cord to now plug in your power strip to that extension cord, and now you have 6 prongs strictly for yourself and your DJ setup. Comes in super handy. You'll be surprised that you'll probably be using that more often than you think. As with these 10 steps here, this should ensure that you have a smooth gig. So when you play your next play and plug gig there, you're just going to dominate and crush it, because now you have everything you need in your tool bag. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm D Smooth, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.